And we are set to go, fight fans. 3 rounds is at a catch weight of 165 pounds. Making his way to the cage first and fighting out of the red corner, a Muay Thai and Jiu-Jitsu specialist standing 5 feet 9 inches tall. His weight 165 pounds, and he brings an even professional record, 5 victories and 5 defeats. Fighting out of Miami, Florida, here is Alan, the Rebel Arzeno.
And Alan Arzeno from Santo Domingo, La Dominicana, fighting out here. He says he likes MMA, he's been training for quite some time, but he also has a day job. But here's one thing, he sparred with his opponent in Orlando. It was quite some time, but does that help him as far as this fight, the fact that they sparred at one time, both of these guys?
You know, it all depends. If these guys sparred 2-3 years ago, it's like a lot of the guys at our camp would say, well, I know him because I trained with him at FFA or trained with him at one of these other camps. Listen, guys, you go developing as the years go by. Just like this individual that came in after a 4-year layoff, which did quite well, mind you. But it all depends. They might have trained or sparred back when, you know, one of them might have just started with their career. But I don't think it's much of a factor that they sparred before unless it's something recent. And one knows about another one's weakness that he has exposed that he can actually capitalize on. Let's see.
Arzeno against Kocani, who also was in the military, an Army Ranger, an expert in combatantness. He actually...
And his opponent next, fighting out of the blue corner, making his way to the cage. A specialist in boxing and jiu-jitsu, standing 5 feet 11 inches tall. Weighing in officially at 157.5 pounds, he brings a professional record of 4 victories and 2 defeats. Fighting out of Orlando, Florida, here is Kocani.
From Albania.
Here comes Kocani.
Gert Kocani fighting out of American top team, originally from Albania, 5-2 as a pro, 5'11", 29 years old. And as you said,
when you look at this man, Jake, it really reminds me of Pedro Emelianenko. Look at how he walks in, very quiet, stone face, doesn't show too much emotions. That's one scary dude.
Same thing in the weigh-ins, Roman. In the weigh-ins, you know, Arzeno actually flinched at him, and this guy did not even budge, move a muscle. I mean, they're calling him the walking dead. He's just ready to come out there and tear this guy apart. I know during an interview with you, he basically told you, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, and if he can't get killed in the ring, what was that he said?
This is what he told me, James, and I said, why do you fight? He says, well, I know what killing is all about. I know what death is about because I've been in Iraq. I've seen the action. And when you go to war, it's the ultimate. I know that when I step inside the cage, the guy is not going to kill me. Those are his words.
well, I'll tell you something. It could be a very, very entertaining fight if Gert decides to stand with Arzeno. Arzeno will stand all night long. I got to call a bunch of his fights up in New York when he won a title for an organization in New York. He won the welterweight title, held on to it for a long time, loves to stand and trade. The big question is, if Gert will stand and trade, what type of fight we'll have.
And Gert actually has a victory over the Ultimate Fighter winner, Diego Brando. He beat him in a TKO, via TKO. So his record is 5-2, but boy, this guy could definitely be a big prospect in this sport.
Yeah, and Kocani also holds a title as well at 170, the WEF.
Wow.
Actually,
impressive.
check that. It was a lightweight title that he holds in the WEF organization. Arzeno in the black board trunks, Kocani in the black trunks with white trim.
Look at Kocani, very patient.
Looks like he's very, very relaxed up there in
Very
his fight
relaxed.
game, too. He better pick
Very
up the pace
relaxed.
now. And
Minimal
relaxation
energy.
better turn
Nothing.
to,
Look at him. Hands down, relax, calm down, telling his opponent, let's do it, bring it. Hashtag CFA Fights on Twitter. We'd like to hear from you folks. We'll read your comments live on the air at CFAfights.com.
Well, obviously, right off the bat with that calm demeanor, you know that Kocani is definitely a counter puncher and counter striker. He's waiting for Arzeno to come in, as you notice, and then he counters either with a strike or a kick.
Kocani representing American top team Orlando.
The height difference clearly going to Gert Kocani at 5'11", Arzeno at 5'10". Kocani stalking.
Nice
Arzeno.
front kick there by Kocani. He's stalking.
Kocani, very relaxed, very calm. Now, how does this affect you as a fighter, Zen? Does it intimidate you when a guy you're fighting is very calm, very relaxed, not doing anything, not being the aggressor?
Actually, no, because he's actually standing right in front of his opponent without any head movement, standing there like a punching bag. If Arzeno starts picking and choosing his shots, he can actually land them at will. Just has to be careful because he's very, very fresh right now, keeping him off with that front kick.
Arzeno has fast hands too. He needs to be very judicious with Kocani because Kocani has gas tank all night long, but when Arzeno lets his hands go, he's extremely dangerous.
Very dangerous guy.
Kocani will not be holding his arms down in the second half of the first round.
Oh,
Kocani tries a flying knee there.
follow us on Twitter, guys, at CFA Fights, or right now you're watching the fight, hashtag CFA Fights. What are your thoughts? We want to hear from you from Kocani's demeanor here in this fight. Walking on very calm, very relaxed. Look at that.
Overhand
He hit
right
him.
there, attempt there by Arzeno.
Now, did you see his impression
Raises
of
his
Kocani?
opponent.
He just smiled at him.
Oh.
Smiled, and he tells him, come on, bring it. Wow. That's one scary dude. Kocani, an Army Ranger, protected our country overseas. And he hails a victory over the winner of the Ultimate Fighter.
Nice counter right hook there by Arzeno.
Oh, Lord. Was
Body
that
punch.
much of an
That was an actual slip.
Yeah, because
Caught him coming back.
many kind of those punches to the heart, you know, in the Bruce Lee movies.
Kocani, yeah, that was about the heart punch.
Yeah.
Kocani shook off Arzeno's offense, said it was nothing, shucked his head no.
It seems like anything that Allen brings is not effective to Kocani, but wow. And still,
Nice flying knee there by Arzeno, followed with a counter right hook.
But Kocani has no emotion. Now, what do you think Kocani is trying to plan here? Is he just waiting for the right moment? Or is he just toying with him? Or is he using this to intimidate his opponent? Well, what is his strategy? What can
I
you
think
tell
that
him?
is his strategy, a cool, calm demeanor to keep himself preserved in order not to gas out. And I think what's happening is that Arzeno's capitalizing on that and catching him with all sorts of counter hooks, punches, and kicks. Kocani's got to do something here and become more aggressive. Nice kick there by Arzeno again.
Well, so far it's an Arzeno round, despite the fact that Kocani's stalking. Arzeno's landing everything. His counter fighting looks really crisp.
Being the aggressor, Arzeno, which gives him the advantage in this round so far.
Kocani tries a flying knee there that lands short. Now Kocani being the one backing his opponent up. Body shot straight right, left hook. Very nice set of combos there by Kocani.
Allen, 32 years old, he said he got involved in MMA because he wanted to work out. He used to play basketball, but his ankles just wouldn't help him out play the game.
Well, Kocani's already fighting with his mouth open here in the first round, and he hasn't really expended much energy.
Yeah, Kocani is saying, you're not doing anything to me, but Arzeno is tagging him. He's winning the round, so he is doing something to him.
Absolutely. All those shots are scoring.
Oh, boy. Following it up there.
Well, it looks like Kocani's strategy was to wait for the last 10 seconds to throw a flurry of punches, but I don't think that was enough to win that round. Arzeno caught him with all sorts of shots there in that round, Jay.
Too little, too late. Definitely an Arzeno round in my book. I don't care that he was backing up. His counterfighting was outstanding.
Absolutely crisp.
We got a shout out here from High Class Villain, who says, again, your fighter lineup is more than exciting. Keep up all the good work in the future. And some guy here wants us to jump the gun. He says he wants us to congratulate Jordan Parsons, and the fight hasn't even taken place yet.
Wow, they're looking forward to that main event, guys, and we're here stoked, ready for that main event ourselves.
Jordan Parsons, Danny Chavez going for 20 grand. Don't forget that co-main event of the night, Nikolai Curry, Valdir Araujo.
Wow,
that fight's sick.
Yeah.
Two of the best schools in Florida going at it. Both instructors, both black belts in jiu-jitsu, black belts in judo. They've each beaten each other's students. This fight had to happen.
A rivalry here in South Florida between MMA Masters and ATT. A rivalry here in South Florida between MMA Masters and ATT. Two of the best schools down here. Back at it, second round. Kocani, Arzeno. Again.
Now Arzeno listening to his corner.
Yeah.
Noticing the demeanor of Kocani's nice and relaxed. Now, basically following on his opponent. You see now he's pressuring a little bit more.
You're right. Aggressive but yet calm. Very calm, very strategic move. It's sort of playing like a game of chess, Kocani. Just waiting for the right moment. Now, Arzeno, do you think Arzeno, the fact that he took more shots, more aggression during that first round, do you think we could lose a loss of cardio because of this?
Well, to me, it seems that the cardio hasn't been lost, but he keeps getting caught with those counter punches. Arzeno looks nice and fresh. He's fighting the pace he wants to fight. Kocani now seems a little bit frustrated.
And Arzeno fighting out of South Florida, mixed martial arts. Originally from Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic. I'll tell you what, guys, if I go to Miccosukee and waste some money, I'm going to DR.
So far in the second round, more of the same that we saw in the first, with Arzeno backing up, fighting very effectively as a counter fighter, and Gert Kocani frustrated to the point. Kocani looks like a strong guy, but he's not connecting. His style is not matching up well with Arzeno.
And in looking at Arzeno's face, it seems he's a bit frustrated because he's trying, yet he just doesn't get what he wants.
Well, one of the things that you can notice, guys, whenever Kocani comes in with any type of hand techniques, you have a counter punch of Arzeno that lands. Whenever Arzeno goes ahead and throws any types of his flurries, Kocani just sits there and takes it. It's
and
not
tells him, bring it.
Says, bring it, but that's what he's doing. He's bringing it.
So far, Arzeno, quickness with a sweep there.
Nice sweep there by Arzeno.
Why didn't he take advantage of that sweep?
Apparently, he does not want to bring this fight to the ground and wants to stand and bang with this guy.
Arzeno's a traitor. Always has been, always will be.
Well, I'll tell you this much, because Sonny seems he has like a very strong chin. Because Arzeno's hitting him.
Exchanging real hard. They're throwing a flurries of lefts and rights. Excellent matchup. Crowd going crazy here at the Bank United Center.
In Coral Gables, Florida, where President Obama just visited.
Yeah.
Actually, here yesterday, here at the University of Miami campus. Hashtag CFA Fights, guys, on Twitter while you watch the fight live on CFAfights.com. Find out all the news and information you need to know about our upcoming fights.
And again, CFA Fights would like to thank our sponsors, Office Max, G-War, La Coronela, Sergio's Printing, Fernandez Dental, and of course, the Miccosukee Resort and Gaming.
How about you? I'm thirsty. I think I'm going to head out and get one of those pina coladas over there, Miccosukee.
Absolutely. Nice low leg kick there by Arzeno. Counter left hook there by Kocani.
Arzeno, the cornerman, is actually a trainer who trains with Alexis Vila, who fights in Bellator. Also trains with Bruce Leroy. Mike Rio, who has also fought here in the CFA.
Well, Kocani tries a high kick of his own. Winds up a little short. Nice straight right there of Kocani lands. Nice straight left there of Arzeno answers back. Wow, these guys are just throwing back and forth, flurries of punches.
Just throwing back forth for the first time. We tried an attempt. We saw the first attempt of a takedown. Oh! And there it is, guys. Now, we're going to see Kocani's experience.
And then we're going trying to pull a Kimura as Arzeno. He's trying to lock in that arm. Can he actually lock it in?
Kocani's very wet. It's going to be a tough from this angle.
Arzeno right back up to his feet.
Gert has to do something because that last round in this one,
well, he can't knee him there because his hand's on the ground. Referee George Alonso warning Kocani, making sure that he does not knee the head.
Oh! Wow!
Oh!
That one woke him up.
He's beating him up. He's beating him up.
Oh, yeah. Hello. But he still says, bring it. That was that late, guys?
Great second round.
Wow, very, very nice fight here.
Late shot there, Zen.
It was a good shot.
A late one, though?
Oh, right after the bell, but sometimes these guys are so hyped up during the fight, man, that, you know, the bell goes and sometimes you land one after. Referees watching that very closely. Great matchup here. Alan Arzeno and Gert Kocani.
Fighting this weight at a catch weight of 175. Kocani, I got trailing 2 rounds now. Very good, competitive, close fight. But Arzeno's beating him to the punch. Arzeno is just more accurate.
I agree.
Kocani's fresh as a daisy, but he's not able to put the offense together the way he needs to.
Be more of the aggressor.
Well, I think Kocani's fresh because he's really not doing much. He's just walking, you know, relaxing, kind of taunting his opponent, but Arzeno's definitely.
Well, in this round, we expect Kocani coming back a lot stronger if he wants this W. Last episode of this fight, Kocani Arzeno.
Oh, the fans are stoked for this third round, guys.
Who's hungry? We're about to find out in this last round.
It still is anybody's fight, but I got Kocani needing to stop Arzeno.
Only way taking it home, Jay. Hashtag CFA Fights on Twitter. We want to hear from you guys. We'll read your comments. For those watching us on CFAfights.com.
Give a special shout out to our fans watching us on Comcast Sports. Thank you for joining us. And you are going to be seeing the co-main event and main event a little bit later on tonight. We also want to give a shout out to our fans on Tough TV who are picking up the signal. Thank you for joining us here today. Jay Adams alongside George Rodriguez. Rodolfo Roman joining us third man in, giving us the stats, doing a great job. And it's just been a good night so far, guys. I'm really enjoying myself.
Awesome, Jay.
Great fights. Hard to tell which is the best one so far. All these guys came to fight.
Arzeno just said,
these guys are looking for
Arzeno
fight
said,
of the night here.
Yeah, he said, let's go. He said, let's go.
Let's go. Let's bring it. Kocani connecting with that left. There
They
we
want
go.
to trade.
Who wants
it? This is a fight, boys.
Now we're talking.
Oh, this is a fight.
Okay.
Come on.
Arzeno nods. Let's bring it.
Loving it. Boy, they're throwing everything they have.
They saved the best for last, Jay.
Woo! What a
Arzeno.
great fight.
Arzeno now calculating. Kocani, you know, it comes to a point of desperate measure. He has to do something because those last 2 rounds are not in his favor.
He's buried on the scorecard. He's got to be more active. He's really, at this point, I mean, he wants to trade. He wants fight of the night, but he's got to take Arzeno down. That's his world. He's got to take him down.
Zen, a takedown for Kocani.
Take him down and submit him.
I don't think at this point in time it would make much of a difference.
If he submits him,
He's got to win by submission or knock him out.
I'm not just saying a takedown to win. I'm saying take him down and get him into your world and submit him.
Right.
Well, I'll tell you this, guys. Both these guys very impressive in their cardio.
Oh yeah, great cardio. These aren't lightweights or featherweights.
High class billing, and Twitter says the dogs are about to eat in this 3rd round.
What a great community we got out there following us. Thank you guys for all your comments.
On
Just
Twitter.
we're having a blast.
Twitter Nation at CFA Fights, hashtag CFA Fights. If you are watching us live right now via CFAfights.com, you gotta love the interaction, Jay.
I love it.
Always lovely to hear from people.
Right then, Arzeno gave Kocani a bit of his own medicine. He dipped his head down and said, hit me.
You know, Arzeno keeps saying to Arzeno.
Nice straight left there by
Gert keeps telling Arzeno, bring it,
Arzeno.
but
He is bringing it.
he is. Gert is just not replying.
That's right. He's been bringing it the whole fight.
Well, he has.
minute 35 left here in this 3rd and final round.
Wow, what?
Kocani now trying to throw a flurry of punches.
What does Gert have to do to take this home? I mean, there's nothing for him.
Well, Kocani needs an actual submission or a knockout right at this point in time.
Well, I don't know if Kocani, he's kind of hard to read. Is he tired?
He's tired. Kocani's tired. Arzeno is clearly tired.
Well, Arzeno definitely brought it tonight. You know, halfway through, both these guys seemed like they were going to go at it intensely. But, well, the first takedown of the night so far in this round.
Again, Kocani secures a takedown. Will it be enough? I don't think so. Unofficially on my scorecard, I still have Arzeno winning the first 2 rounds and don't believe that Kocani's done enough this 3rd and final round to finish Arzeno off.
Not enough to
I agree.
capitalize.
All he's doing is just bringing him down and holding him in place.
Not enough to capitalize on a victory. Less 30 seconds left here. Kocani
If Arzeno
needs
pops
help.
right back up to his feet again,
He needs a miracle if he wants to pull this one. 19 seconds. Kocani, he needs to go for something if there's no action here.
see, he can't knee the face, but he can knee the body, so I don't understand why
9
he's just
seconds.
sitting there. There's 10 seconds.
Well,
he should be trying to secure this round. He's just way too tired. And
Not
this
enough.
matchup is over.
Not enough fuel in the tank.
Great fight.
Lots of respect. Both men, sportsmanship, getting on their knees, showing the respect. Now that's sportsmanship.
Great fight.
guys.
Very nice.
Very, very strong candidate for fight of the night.
Lots of sportsmanship coming out.
Very strong candidate.
That's what the sport is all about, guys. That's how it should be. Absolutely great performance.
Great fight.
I would have liked to see a little bit more out of Kocani.
A little more as far as takedowns, you know, he just wasn't too much aggressive on that.
Well, you know, guys, his takedown was working for him. He brought his opponent down and was able to dominate him for at least a little bit. If he would have done that more often during the round, he possibly would have scored a better round.
He waited too long.
But I think his cool, calm demeanor, even in the fight, is what cost him those first 2 rounds.
And we have 2 more fights left, our co-main event and the main event that everyone is waiting for. Hashtag CFA Fights on Twitter. Find us on Twitter at CFA Fights.
That's a good question. Where is he?
Well, I'll tell you guys what, I am looking forward
Oh, he's over there.
to this
He's getting the
main
cards.
event of the evening just as much as I am to this main event of the evening. Nikolai Curry.
They're doing it. They're doing it.
Lazier, Bebe Monstro, Araujo.
20 push-ups, baby.
Wow. Well, Arzeno said he has enough gas for him to make 20 push-ups as we await the final.
It's a strong candidate for fight of the night right there.
Joe
I think
Martinez.
Arzeno
Strong
wanted
candidate, bro.
All to do 20 push-ups. He was
Where's Joe?
George. I'm not sure there what was going
I
on.
didn't see that one.
Does he want the CEO and president of the CFA doing
Very strong candidate for fight of the night. They gave everything they had.
All right, here's
Joe
the call from
Martinez.
Joe Martinez.
with our official decision?
And now, ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the scorecards one more time. Miami, that was a war showing. Let's hear it for these 2 fighters. And here are the judges' scoring totals. Judge Streisand scores about 30-27. Arzeno. Judge Rupert has it 29-28. Kocani. And Judge Woodburn scores about 29-28. Your winner by split decision, the Rebel, Arzeno!
All right, I'm here with the Rebel. Oh, wait. George De La Naval, did you guys have a bet? You had a bet. You said what was the bet? What was the bet?
I told him if I fight with Gert, he's gonna try to take me down at least once in the fight, and he did. He owed me 20.
The promoter giving Alan the Rebel Arzeno 20. Alan, what a great fight. A very strong candidate for fight of the night. Very strong candidate. Boy, you guys gave everything you had in there. I think, you know, when the dust settled, everyone agrees with this decision. You fought very effectively as a counter fighter. You definitely had way more damage. I think it was a pretty easy call, actually.
You know what? It was a very close fight. I felt like I had the first and second round. He completely got the third round. He ended up taking me down. He put a little bit of a whooping on me. But you know what? Hats off to him. He's a great fighter, a great warrior. I respect him a lot. I actually talked to him a lot yesterday, and I think he's a great guy. Besides the fact that we had to slug it out of here.
One of the things that was so amazing about Kocani is his ability to keep coming forward. And did it bother you in the first round? He showed you no respect. He had his hands down by his side for the majority of the first round. Did that get in your head at all?
Not at all, man. That's a bait. That's a bait. That's all it is. I knew he was going to be tough. I've seen some of his fights. He can tell a hell of a shot because I hit him with some good shots. He can give them out too. But, you know, it didn't throw me off my game plan. My game plan was to keep moving my feet, counter punch him, bait him into my game. And, you know, thank God it worked for the first 2 rounds. Third round, I gassed out completely. I apologize. I did a lot of cutting. I actually didn't make weight. If you guys want to know, I said at 158, he made his weight. And I really appreciate the fact that he took the fight, you know, because I was unprofessional at that part.
Well, he's a class act for taking the fight. You're a class act for how well you fight. I had the honor of calling some of your fights in New York, and you went all the way and won a title up there and held that title for a long time. I was telling everybody down here in Florida to keep their eyes on you because you will stand and trade. You never have a boring fight.
I never have boring fights, man. I go for fight of the night, man. I like banging it out with people. I like beating the crap out of people. I like taking a beating as well. You know, sometimes it goes my way, sometimes it goes the other. But you know what? I always enjoy. Also, that whole crew right there, those are my people. I have that whole section filled out. Those are my people. I love them. They're my fans. They always come to my fights. The rest of the people here, they might not know me. They're gonna know me now.
Alan the Rebel Arzeno!